Hello and welcome to another edition of Dishing Out Flavor with Jonquel. Jonquel is me. This is the voice that you hear. So today I'm going to be making a dish, a stuffed cabbage roll. And I have the vegetables here and I had to make a makeshift steamer until actually I have one, but I didn't feel like going out into the garage and getting it. So anyway, I'm going to make do with this. I have some turnips, some cauliflower, and then the root part of the cauliflower. A lot of people throw this away, but it's edible, and it actually tastes very similar to cabbage, according to my taste buds. Anyway, so if you want to give it a try, just boil it, put a little bit of butter and salt on it, and give it a try. It tastes really good. So I'm going to get this on, steam that. Then over here, I have the greener leaves from the cabbage. I'm going to steam these, and this is what I'm going to wrap the other vegetables in. I also will be adding in some minced chicken into this, so it'll be more like a pate of vegetables and meat. And then when all of that is done, we're going to wrap it. I'm going to steam them, and then I'm going to put a slice of bacon around the vegetable wrap or the cabbage wrap and fry that to hold it in place. And then we'll do a plating and a tasting, and then you guys can take it away from there. So let's get started. All right, everything is steaming nicely. And get a fork and see just how tender everything is. We'll let everything go about another 3 to 5 minutes. All right, it's been an additional 5 minutes. I'm going to give everything a quick little jab with my fork. Nice. Woo. All right, I'll go ahead and get this out. Put it in the bowl. And then put my leaves in. I didn't put any salt in here for this steaming process because when I get ready to add the chicken, that will be seasoned. And then once everything is minced up, then I'll give it a final taste to see if I need to add any salt in there at that point. Okay, now just go ahead and add in the greener leaves. Let those steam for a bit. All right, back in about 3 to 5, possibly 7 minutes. Okay, here are what the leaves are looking like so far. That's pretty good. Just flip them over. And I'll take these out in another 3 minutes. All right, let's take a look and see. We'll go ahead and take these out. Add that to the rest of the vegetables. And get my next set of vegetables to steam it. Oops. Some carrots that are roughly chopped. we have some shredded cabbage here. So that's just going to go in, and I'm going to steam this for about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get the cabbage and the carrots out. There we go. Next, I need to mince up my meat and then add everything and then get this all wrapped up and steamed inside everything else again. Well, actually, I don't need to steam everything again as far as vegetables go, but I think I will inside my Instant Pot to make sure that the meat that I'm going to put in here gets cooked properly. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about the chicken that I'm going to be using. So what I did was, these are chicken leg pieces and thigh pieces. And what I did was I seasoned them and then I froze it and kind of like let it marinate for about like 2 to 3 days. And then I partially thawed it, and that makes for better chopping. It's a lot easier to chop the chicken when it's partially frozen versus cutting raw chicken, depending on the sharpness of your knives. But even if your knives are of good quality, I still think it works a lot better to chop partially frozen chicken, especially if you want to make very thin slices of chicken for a dish. So anyway, after chopping it, I grind it down in the food processor. And so it's basically making ground chicken. And so this here is what I'm going to add a little bit more, maybe some flour to this, and a little bit of konjac gum mixed into a tablespoon of flour, and then put my vegetables in here and then fold it inside of the larger cabbage leaves. I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay, I wanted to show you guys a little something. I have to be careful because the burner is still on. But see, when I need to fold the cabbage over the stuffing, it'll be like so. But like, say if this, I was having difficulty folding this, and it's only because of the little rib part of the leaf here. So if you were to take your knife and trim that down, this would make for easier folding without you having to destroy your leaf. And see, and watch. It'll fold a lot better. And if you wanted to take it and put it that way, and then fold it over. See, it'll sit a lot prettier. Oh, let me get started. get some gloves. I'll be right back. Okay. Now my meat was already seasoned. And since I boiled all the vegetables without any salt or seasoning, I'm going to add some Better Than Bouillon's roasted vegetable to it. So they have this wonderful seasoned vegetable base, and it's 1 net carb per teaspoon. So I'm only going to use about 2 teaspoons in here. When you have certain seasonings that don't have a lot of sugar in there, then use those, because it's less than 1 gram of sugar that's in here per teaspoon. They've already made the base for it for you to use, you know, so if you're one of those cooks that have to be in and out of the kitchen really quick, then, you know, this is something that's like right up your alley to use to season your food. Even if you're not that good of a cook, you know, you can be a very amateur type cook or novice cook, but it all depends on the ingredients and the seasonings that you use that really make the dish. And this way, I can taste and see if the vegetables have enough seasoning and what other seasoning and herbs I need to add before I put the raw meat in here. So let me get the spoon and give this a little taste. Oh no, that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna toss it a little bit more. See, in just 2 teaspoons of that was flavorful enough for all of these vegetables. I'm gonna take my ground chicken. I'm gonna work this in a little bit at a time. And I do apologize for the clicking sound that's on the camera. I made an attempt to take it off, but I wasn't able to find that option for that. I'll have to find the manual and see if I can turn that off. But anyway, even in my own kitchen, I wear gloves when I'm working with raw meat. And that's just so if I need to go over to something else, especially if I'm cooking multiple things at the same time, I need to be able to slip the gloves off, do a quick wash, and get to the other pot or something. Okay. And grinding up the meat for this particular dish will help everything. It's going to be like a glue, because when chicken cooks after being ground, it sticks together. So that'll hold all the vegetables in place. So when I cut into the cabbage roll, I won't have chicken and vegetables rolling out of the cabbage wrap. Other dishes, this is called other things in other countries. In France, I think it's called like a chou. When you have like a pate of meat mixed with vegetables. This is also similar to like a Mexican soup, the caldo, which has all the different vegetables and cabbage and chicken in there. Yeah, so to me, it's just meat and vegetables wrapped in cabbage. All of my favorite things. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've already done one cabbage roll. Let me show you all what I did. So you're just going to put the filling onto the cabbage leaf. And give it a roll. Oh, let's see, we tuck that in a little bit. Nice and pretty. I'm gonna do a little one. I think I can put a little bit more. No sense of being stingy with myself. Like I said, it's meat and vegetables. Yum. What's not to like about that? Okay, so give it a little fold toward the beginning. And roll, roll, roll. There you go. All right, I'll be back to show you guys my next step in just a moment. Okay, for my next step, I'll be wrapping bacon around the cabbage wraps. Get it a little bit flat. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Go ahead and slide these up. I'll let this fry on this side for like maybe 5 more minutes, and then I'll put this into the pot and let it continue to steam for an additional 10 to 12 minutes so that the meat inside of the cabbage can cook to make it safe for eating, you know, so it has to be a certain temperature. Alright. That's looking nice. Good. Something to try to stick. Alright, let me get these into the steamer, and I'll be back for a final plating.